guys, it's time for another nail art tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how to create this sparkly leopard print nail art look. I will link below the original post on my blog that has more detailed pictures and easier to pin images if you are looking for Pinterest pins. I've got it on there as well, so don't forget to check that out. This is pretty much the final look. You can see it's over a glitter polish, which obviously amps up the sparkly factor, but a insane like crystal clear top coat just knocks it out of the park. You're gonna need a regular gold glitter polish of your choice to start with, and 2 to 3 layers, however many you need to make a solid color, is a good place to start. Your dotting tool is going to come in handy for putting on a it doesn't have to be a matte brown, but it just should not be sparkly. Harder than you would think to find, or at least in my collection. I only have the one in this kind of milk chocolatey color, but use whatever you have on hand. If you don't have a dotting tool, I will make sure to put that in the details below in the description on how you can make your own on the fly with super probably easy or cheap items you have all around your house. I'm just putting a little drop at a time on and creating kind of uncircular but roundish shapes. You don't want them to be like perfect circles, you just kind of want them to be blobbish looking. Apparently if you do this a little bit bigger, like if you do the spots a little bit bigger, it ends up looking like a giraffe. So if you were going for that look, now you know how to do it as well. But yeah, just keep scattering out this, the little spot foundations and topping off your brown polish as needed. I decided not to put a whole bunch down at once of the brown polish on my little wheel because it dries out quick, even if you don't have a fan directly blowing on it. So just keep that in mind. It'll get stringy and harder to work with, and that's really obviously not ideal when you're trying to burn through these nails really quickly. And since I think you get the gist of where I'm going with these foundational spots, I'm just going to speed up the rest of it. As this is playing through, just keep in mind that you might have to build up the spots. Like if your polish is a little bit watery or not the most opaque, you might have to double up. But just let the spots dry completely before you move on to the next step. Now the next step, I use a finer point dotting tool. It kind of just looks like a pencil tip, honestly. Like I struggled to call it a dotting tool, but you could use the end of an old pin, whatever you want, just something where you can get like a kind of a fine line. And I just used a regular black that I had. It's not a matte black, but it's still got gloss to it, but it's just a regular black polish. And same kind of technique, you're going to be dipping your polish into a little puddle that you have. Okay, the leopard spots. You can Google them and research all day, but there is millions of different types of the lines on the leopard print, the black kind of outlines on the spots. From what I can tell, the most popular is what I went with on here, and it so pretty much from how, if I was trying to explain it to you, what I felt like I saw a lot of was, say like you had like maybe like a half circle and then some room and then like a spot again, if that makes sense. Like not a complete circle around the spot, but like portioned off like in chunks, if that makes sense. And I say circle, it's not a perfect circle, it's just kind of like a loose outline of it. So it doesn't have to be like on the dot perfectly spherical or anything like that. I tried to get into kind of like a general pattern and just rotate it. So I would create, and I apologize, it's kind of hard to see here, but pretty much on a lot of the spots, if you're looking at the spot as a circle, like let's just say it's an actual proper circle, create a C around it, leave a little bit of room, like where the C isn't connecting, leave a little bit of space, and in between those spaces put a dot that's just kind of not connected to the C part. If that makes sense, I hope it does. But a quick Google search of images on leopard print, natural or artificial, you'll see what I'm talking about. But it's good to have an image like that in your mind to reference. And pretty much you just keep it on, and don't make them all exactly the same. Mix it up a little bit, make some parts thicker than others. In nature, they all are not going to have the exact same outline and spotting, so it's okay if they're not perfect. I promise nobody's going to notice, except for probably you, but you're worrying too much. And if it's okay with you guys, I'm going to speed up the rest of this process because I think you generally get where I'm going with this. You're just kind of creating a light outline around your brown spots. And if you're going through all of your nails, like all 10 of them are getting this look done to them, you shouldn't have a problem with drying in between layers. But if you're really worried about it, use a quick dry clear top coat just to make sure the foundation, the brown spots, the black outline are all dried quickly without any bubbles, because obviously that's going to throw off this look. I had enough time, so I just let them dry completely and finish them off with a clear top coat. I think the top coat is necessary, obviously, not just to seal them in, but it really, really amplifies the glittery foundation that they're on, like I talked about earlier. So yeah, that's kind of how they came out. I really am pleased with them. This is my first time doing leopard, so I'm really, really thrilled with them. They actually are obviously leopard print. So let me know what you guys think. I'm sure some of you out there have actually already tried the leopard print nail art. I would love to see how yours have turned out, so make sure you get over to my Facebook page and share me links and photos. I'd love to see how yours have turned out for you. And if it's your first time, all the better, because this is my first time and I'd love to see what you guys could do. I hope you enjoyed this video tutorial. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and let me know if you'd ever like to see a special tutorial done. As always, thanks so much for watching.